So before this video starts, I just want to say that in the background, my dad is talking pretty freaking loud. I don't know why, but he just is. And the game audio, for some reason, isn't there. So that's why it's kind of quiet. So I just wanted to let you guys know before it starts. So today, gamers, I'll show you guys how to get a nuke in Call of Duty Modern Warfare in literally 10 seconds. And it's the easiest way to get it. So first, you're going to need the perk called Pointsman, which is unlocked, I think, at level 49. Then, you need a tank on Ground Wars on the quarry map, sit on the hill with the tank, and get 30 kills without dying, and you got yourself a nuke. That's all it takes. 30 kills without dying in a tank. It's pretty easy. Honestly, the easiest thing in the game. So yeah, that's how you get an easy nuke inside of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. If you haven't used the tank and you don't think it's gonna be easy, trust me, just get in the tank one time, go on the hill on the left or right side depending on your spawn, and just sit up there with the tank and get 30 kills without dying, and you can nuke the team instantly. So, I'm not proud of doing this strat, but the strategy is actually insane because it gives you so much XP and improves your KD like crazy. Like, you average score like crazy. Like, it's insane. So yeah, there is like a couple things. Obviously, you're going to get shot by rockets and other tanks when you're trying to do this strategy. I find it easiest if you are in a tank on the hill and going for your nuke. I would sit farther on the hill, even though you might start shooting the hill. As long as you sit just a little bit back, the rockets, when they shoot them, will hit the hill. And so then you're good. And another thing is the enemy tanks that come for you. If you get bombarded with all three of them, you're most likely going to die. So that's something that you got to worry about. Another thing is get the actual tank, not the APC one, but the infantry one, because the APC one is the one that your teammates can spawn in. That one shoots a lot faster and is easy to kill people with, but it doesn't have rockets on it or cannons or whatever you want to call them. So when other tanks roll up on you, at least if you have the infantry tank, that you can shoot your rockets at it because they're overpowered against the other tanks, and you can defend yourself. Now, when you have the other one, you're probably going to die if you get rolled up on, because how low damage the APC one does to enemy tanks. It's crazy. But it's still two shots players, and it, like I said, has crazy fast fire rate. So if that's the one you want to prefer, just make sure you're ready to shoot the enemy tanks when they're coming to you. And that's another thing, is you can actually spawn kill the enemy tanks before they even get in them. I don't think you can spawn kill all of them, but you could definitely spawn kill one of them on either spawn. So that's something that you should consider if you're doing this strat. And another thing is that you could see when the enemy tank spawns in by the big ass AC-130s that drop them off. So once again, you want to pay attention to that, because I've died multiple times in the tank because I'm not paying attention from the other tanks that are shooting me, because I'm just too busy trying to kill people and get an easy nuke because I'm a little beach. I don't really think that this should be a thing, honestly. I don't like it personally, but the only reason I'm really doing it is because of how overpowered it is. Like I said, you get so much score. Like, it's crazy. Like, I get like pretty much 10,000 score each game. Each game I get 10,000 score. Like, even if I ran around, I wouldn't even get 10,000 score. Well, you could, but if you just sit in a tank, get 30 kills, and just run around for the rest of the game with the nuke, because the nuke ends the game if you didn't know, you can just keep the tank on you and just continue, or the nuke, and continue to kill people. And you could sit in the tank if you want to, if that's what you consider. But I like to just get the nuke and just use my gun for the rest of the game. But I mean, I'm still, once again, a piece of shit for doing it, obviously. Another thing that is crazy about this Pointsman perk is that since you are in a tank and you are actually getting points for killing people in the tank, if you're not actually trying to go for a nuke, you could actually just farm your score streaks. I've did it before and it's kind of crazy. If you just put the chopper gunner on with the AC 130 with the support helo, sit in the tank and just get kills until you hear your guy say, hey, you got your AC 130 or your chopper gunner, hop out. What I like to do is have my friends get in the tank for me to hold on to it for me. I'll use the streaks. Then I put attack insert down, put a claymore down, kill myself, get back in the tank, and just continue to streak. Once again, it's really lame that it's a thing, and I honestly feel bad when I abuse it. And I really don't prefer that I abuse it. But like I said, it's just you get so many kills and so much score that it's honestly not worth doing, in my opinion. Once again, I do feel like shit when I do play like that. But I mean, it's something in the game, and if it's there, I'm just gonna do it. Now, how to counter this strat? Because of course, with this strat, it's gonna be easy. It's so easy to counter the strategy of sitting in a tank and getting a nuke, because if the enemy team is like smart, that they'll rush you with all 3 tanks or just with 2 tanks. Like I said, you could spawn kill 1 tank on each side. You probably maybe get 2 tanks, but usually you only can get 1. So if the enemy team's smart, they will just roll up on you. And like I said, a lot of times you're not paying attention to the tanks, but if you do, then you got them for the most part. But if you're not paying attention, then you're kind of screwed because they're just going to roll up on you. Another easy counter is just shoot them with the javelin. You can't dodge javelin rockets, so if you just use a javelin, you can just easily counter this. That's what I recommend. If you're not using a javelin, don't use anything else unless you're gonna like run up on them with the RPG or something. Like that usually never works, but I've seen people do it to me. Another counter would be score streaks. Pretty much every score streak counters the tank on the hill. I don't know how many times I've gotten crude missile, precision airstrike, chopper gunnered, AC 130. Like I've gotten hit by every score streak from doing this strat. I would think like one more counter would be if the enemy team, or if you are in another tank and you want to shoot the enemy tank that's on the hill, to not just push them if they're paying attention, to just like snipe them across the spawns, if that makes sense. Instead of just going up the mountain to go get them, just go somewhere where you can see them and just shoot at them, because I've died multiple times from that too. Besides that those are pretty much the counters. Like I said, it's so easy to get a nuke with this tank strat. It's insane. I pretty much get one like every game, unless the enemy team is paying attention or have their score streaks and they call them on me. So I will recommend trying it out. I mean, like I said, if people start getting smarter, you know, they'll start droplining you and then you're just fucked. But yeah, that's the easy way to get a nuke in Call of Duty. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that if you end up doing this, that you get javelin.